Hey there, welcome back to Supercharged Fridays. I hope you're doing well. And I apologize for the delay. Welcome back, welcome back. It's good to be back here on Friday. If you have been waiting, because I normally go live every Friday at 2 p.m. Central European Time. And I mentioned last week that I'd be at school for one of my kids. There was a show at school, and coming back got a bit delayed. So if you were here with me last week, you would know that. But if you didn't know that and you were waiting, I apologize that you were waiting. I hope you're doing well. And if we haven't met before, welcome to this little corner of the universe. My name is Sonal Behel, and we hang out every Friday. We've been doing this for 3.5, almost 4 years. Started in January 2020. And the idea is we get together. I'm a career coach, so we talk about all things career and how everything's going. And if there's anything you need help with, it's open office hours. That's pretty much what this is about. If you're watching me and if things are working, can you give me a quick kind of comment in the comments? Can you just in the chat? Can you just let me know that things are working? Because of the fact that I'm late, I hope it doesn't mean that it's not visible on certain platforms. If you're watching me on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, can you say hi? Can you say um, you know, good, whatever it is, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you? Could just put that in the comments so I can see that. I'm seeing comments trickling in, so it's working. It's definitely working. Welcome, 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 Christine. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. We have Mumbai, we have New York, we have Finland, Virginia. Thank you for being here. Hi, Abhishek. I'm sorry about this. Let's help you. Ask specific questions. Let's get you the help you need. And we want to be careful about words we use. And I know it sounds like a small thing, but I am jobless is basically you're saying it's your whole identity. You're more than this. Okay? You're more than this. I was unemployed for 2.5 years, but it didn't define me. It wasn't my only identity. I am currently in a transition. Just something different when I say it like that. I know you might think, oh, how does it matter? It doesn't change facts. It does. Words are powerful, especially the words we say to ourselves. Please be careful of the words we say to ourselves. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Where are you tuning in from? Please let me know in the comments. Which city are you tuning in from? I'm seeing some new names here. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let us get into it. We have Toronto, Louisiana. How awesome is this? How awesome is this? Tell me about the city that you're in. We have California, for whom it's bright and early. Good morning, Dan. I hope you're doing well. Dan is an amazing guy. If you don't follow him on LinkedIn, his name is Dan Roth, Roth. And he's done lots of cool things. He is a big, big supporter of diversity, equity, inclusion. He is in California, used to be a recruiter at Amazon, and is currently setting up his business, going through lots of new transitions, and he's documenting his journey while he's doing it. So if you don't follow him, definitely check out Dan Roth on LinkedIn. All right. Namaste. Right? Right? Words are definitely powerful. All right. Fantastic. All right. Let's get into the questions. I think I made you, if you've been waiting patiently and you had questions, I think I made you wait long enough. So let's dive right in. So I'm just gonna kind of go one by one and make sure. Hey, Muzamil. Best platform to find a job as per your understanding? What a good question, Muzamil, because the most obvious answer that you will hear people say is LinkedIn. I would say, on the whole, LinkedIn is pretty good. And I will not say but, and it also depends on your niche, your specialization. Because there'll be certain platforms and certain job boards which are very specific. There'll be something which is only focused on branding, something only focused on engineering. There could be something which is only focused on civil engineering, chemical engineering. I don't know. I think that the riches are in the niches. So definitely find that out as well. And a simple Google search will take you down a beautiful rabbit hole, and you'll be able to discover a lot. Otherwise, there's also geography. One is the industry part. There's also geography. There's certain job boards which are very popular in India. They're very strong. There's a certain job board with a website which is very popular in Germany, Zing networking site. They also have jobs. ZipRecruiter is very, very well known in the US. I don't see them in other countries. So I think geographically as well, don't discount that. All right. All right. Fab. Fab. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Deb Brata. Let's help you, Deb. You got a question. How do you get an interview call when you have 90 days notice period? How do you get an interview call when you have 90 days notice period? For me, Deb, I get this question so many times. For me, they're two very different things. The fact that you have a notice period is not consequential if you want to get an interview. And it's not your fault that it's the 90-day notice period. It's the standard, right? I'm seeing this as a standard in India. It's a very normal thing if you spend a certain amount of time in a company in Europe. It's very common in many countries around Europe. So the fact that you have a 90-day notice period shouldn't be predicated. I mean, you want to get an interview, get an interview. It shouldn't be predicated on the notice period. Notice period is something you want to talk about later when it comes to negotiation, because that's leverage. If they like you, they like what you are about, they want to offer you a job, and they're like, there's a notice period, and they're like, we'll pay, or whatever. It's possible. I'm not saying it is, gonna happen for sure. There are some companies that get very angry and spiteful when you say you're leaving, and they will make sure even if you don't have any work, they'll make sure you stay on your desk and just warm the seat. Can't help it. Do you know what I mean? All right. All right. Hey, G's in the house. G's an amazing person to follow on LinkedIn if you haven't seen her. She's very, very nice. Very, she's like a whole, bag of sunshine. Bag of sunshine. She's a bag of sunshine. All right. Namaste. Hi, Rosa. Watching in Sydney. Oh, you should. Yeah, I'm not going to say you should, but it sounds like it's pretty close to bedtime for you. Assuming you work in the day hours and assuming you sleep at night. How are things in Sydney? Thank you for being here. Oh, Dan. Let's send Dan. Dan has a big interview on Tuesday. Tuesday is the 10th. Let's send Dan lots and lots of positive vibes. Dan, you got this. You got this. All right. It would be so nice. It would be so nice to, live in a world where we support each other. Right? This is that little corner of the universe that I wanna inculcate, that I wanna cultivate. Hi, Lainey. Who's Sonali? Okay, fab. Hey, Abhishek, motivation is like, for me, you know what? Motivation is like taking a shower. You got to do it every day. So the thing with motivation, which I don't like, is it can be very toxic in the sense that toxic positivity and toxic motivation, it can get us excited in the moment. And then it's like, you want to find a way that you can keep continuing that, Hi, Tridip. If there are two offers, Tridip, first of all, congratulations. That's a great problem to have. Watch a video of mine, which is literally about this topic. I released it about, 12 or 18 months ago. And this is what the thumbnail looks like. You'll be able to find it if you do a recent search. If you filter on most, newest to oldest. And there are 8 criteria that I go through, which will help you to make a decision. And I think that will help you. So definitely check that out. Networking. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, Sonal, I need your inputs. I joined a company. Let me find your. Now I have a better offer. Oh my gosh. Don't you love it when that happens? From my dream company. Yeah. Hi. Are you waving to me? Sleep, heart face. For some reason, your yeah, I think you probably sent me a GIF or something. So thank you for being here, but I think your GIF got lost in the thing. PJ, you got an offer from a dream company. What's the question, PJ? I would like a question. I don't want to assume what your question is. So definitely ask me very clearly, what are you asking? All right. Hi, Ankur. I want to hear your thoughts around office politics. Hmm. I'm not going to deny that office politics doesn't exist. It's very much there. At the same time, I have very specific thoughts on office politics. I'm glad you asked me, Ankur, and I get this question a few times, so much so that I wrote a whole article on it. So I will reply to you at the end of the live stream and send that article to you. It's very short, very easy to read article that I wrote 4 years ago. It's as valid as it is today. And it was inspired by at that time, my 6-year-old, who was standing for, class elections. And that was the first time he saw office, he saw politics, and he hated it. My views on politics are that others are political, I'm not. So we tend to see this kind of line in the sand that is drawn when it comes to anything which we don't like, and it's a problem that is there. But politics, as far as I'm concerned, is long as you have a group of people, you will have politics. Okay, I used to work in a home for um, neglected girls in Santiago, in Chile, back in 2006. And it was run by nuns. I can't tell you how much politics there was amongst nuns. So then I learned my lesson. I was like, wow, if it's going to be in an office, it's going to be in a convent, it's going to be everywhere. Power, politics. So I don't want to give everything away, but I'll definitely share that article with you. And I talk about characters, and it's a fun read. Hopefully you will enjoy it as well. Where I share my thoughts on it. Hi, Angela. I'm finding it difficult after shifting to New York to get into industry from India. Any suggestions? It is difficult in the beginning, Angela. We tend to underestimate sometimes because we think we have had some success in the past and it doesn't translate, right? So I have experienced this myself. When I moved from India to South America, and then I moved from South America to Europe. So I would say watch the. I had a video of mine came out a couple of weeks ago on YouTube. It's called How to Get a Job Abroad. Now you already are abroad, but I still think that there will be some tips in there that will help you. I would say rather than focus on getting a job, focus on start collecting good people. Start collecting them. Imagine it's like you're collecting stamps. Start collecting and start making friends with good people, because people help friends. Friends help each other. People don't tend to help random strangers on the internet. So instead of looking only from a point of view of jobs, I think you should still do that to save time, but start asking when you meet someone and you really have a good connection with them, ask them who else they could recommend. This is how I would do it, and I would build and build and build and make a really strong network. And at the same time, you need to have permission to work. It is a friction. It's a point of friction when people need to sponsor you. I'm not saying it's not possible, because I have had companies sponsor me. It is just they hesitate, and they need to be bigger companies, and they need to have deeper pockets. So I would say start with that. I forgot to mention, before I forget, next week I have a free masterclass on job searching and career success on the 12th of October, exactly it's 6 days to go. So on 12th of October at 4 p.m. Central European time. So make sure, if you haven't already, make sure to sign up. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be 90 minutes. We're going to get into it. And those who want to go deeper with me, I will invite you to join a group coaching, a very small group coaching program of mine, which will be 10 weeks. And I'll explain all of that next Thursday. So definitely sign up to superchargeyourself.com/career. Another quick thing I wanted to say is, while I'm talking about this, is this week I had a fantastic podcast episode come out. If you follow me and if you know that I have a podcast, you know that I'm very careful about people I bring on. I bring on the best of the best in terms of guests. I look far and wide on the internet, and I almost take zero pitches. Like, I don't take any pitches of people who want to be on. They haven't done any homework. They just want to be on the show. I don't see a connection, and I don't tend to accept. And this particular lady I had on the podcast is amazing. This is the second time. So if I have some guest coming on the podcast for the second time, you know they are double good. Once wasn't enough. and she's written a book called Reimagine Inclusion. Her name is Meeta Malik. So listen to that podcast. It's number 122. My podcast is called How I Got Hired. So check it out, How I Got Hired. So just write my name, and we talk about like inclusion and diversity and topics that you think are pretty boring, but she brings it to life in a beautiful way. And I call myself out in that episode. I called myself out. It was uncomfortable and I was sweating, but it is worth listening to because we all think that we are inclusive. We all think we're good people, which we are. But there are layers in there, right? There's layers in there, and we get into that, and it's amazing. So definitely, I recommend listening to that. Let's see, where did I miss? Angela, good luck, Angela, with everything. Hi, Gigi. LinkedIn is the best for connectivity. I've also heard people finding out. Yeah, the more open you are, the better. Back in the day, Clubhouse was also all the rage when it came to recruiters being on the platform and encouraging people to talk directly to recruiters. It's amazing. So, from a networking point of view, to that person who was asking earlier, I don't think anything beats LinkedIn from a networking point of view. From the pure quality and quantity of people, it's almost a billion people online. I think a quarter of a billion are monthly logged in users, so active users on LinkedIn. And I agree with you, G. I agree with you, G. All right. Hey, Saurabh. Will there be a recession next year? Sort of your guess is as good as mine. I don't like to even think about it. I don't want because I can't even control it. And I like to think positive. I like to be naive. I don't want to know. So your guess is as good as mine. Hey, Kevin. If you like LinkedIn as a platform and you want to keep following up what's happening, definitely follow Kevin. Kevin has a company called TNT Brand Strategist. And speaking of my podcast as well, Kevin was on the show. He's had an amazing career. He was at Sony. And how he got the job at Sony, he's one of my earliest guests on the show. So amazing. And he's been on my Supercharged Fridays, this live stream. He's been on it, what, four? Kevin, 4 or 5 times? I can't even remember anymore. He is amazing. So definitely follow Kevin on all things LinkedIn. Dan, we got you. We got you. We got you. We got G. We got Energy in the house. I need advice for video interviews. I have one tomorrow for customer service. Any tips? You have an interview on Saturday? Is that normal, Rosa? I'm just curious about this. I understand. That's probably not helping you to sleep, right? So I have a video, Rosa, which I took out in 2021. Take advantage since you're awake and watch that. It's a 10-minute video on how to crack video interviews. So it's very specific about video interviews and certain tools and tips and techniques, even things like eye contact, which can make a difference. One thing is nerves. The other part is the tech. You want to make sure you control whatever you can, which is the tech. You don't want anything to go wrong. So if you don't find it, send me a message on LinkedIn. I'll make sure I send that to you because it's so late for you right now. It's almost midnight in Australia. So let me know if you don't find it yet. Okay, PJ, you want to join the dream company? PJ, what do you want to do? I really like the work culture in number 1. What do you want to do? I'm not going to tell you what to do, PJ. Okay? I'll tell you what. If you were a regular listener of my podcast, you would already know the answer. Okay. A little sassy. I'm a little sassy today. I had a guest on the podcast. Her name is Suzanne Lucas, and she's known online. Her moniker is the evil HR lady. And she got into this situation when she was younger, back in the day. She got a job. She was like, oh, it's good, it's good. And then the dream job came up. It was more money as well and better position. And she was like, shit, I just started in this company. What am I going to do? She left them, but she left on good terms. And her boss was like, if I had that job, I would have also gone. Go, make your dreams come true. And she did. But she left on very good terms and they stayed in touch. So I think that whatever you do, just remember it's a small world. And never ever burn bridges. Okay? If I were you, I'd go for something that just makes me come alive. At this point, both are a risk because you don't know yet. But I would go for the one that you really want to work in. The one you really want. All right. Good luck. Oh, yay. Amazing. That's amazing, PJ. Congratulations. You made 20% more because of my free videos. Can you guys imagine if my videos, that everything that you get for free is such good value? Can you imagine what it would be like to work together? Like, really? Just saying. Hey, Vice. I'm an introvert by nature. Why will it not work in corporate culture? I'm sick and tired of this narrative that people who do well and people who get ahead are the loudmouth, extroverted people. Not always. Not always. Not always. Watch a TED talk on YouTube. Who's that lady who's done the TED talk? Can somebody help me if you're watching me live? You know what I'm talking about? That TED talk about quiet. I think it's called Quiet and the power of introverts. I think just Google it. The power of introvert TED talk. You will learn something there, that what you have is actually a strength. All right, I'm running a little bit behind. I'm going to make sure that I go a little bit faster. Networking always beats not working. Kevin's favorite expression. Kevin, you need to trademark this, dude. You need to trademark it. All right, Ankur, I'll make sure I send that article over to you. I'm working for 5 years, Saheli says, but it feels like my career is going nowhere. That's such a good question. Saheli, that's such a good question. It's a big one. I don't know where to answer. I'm feeling a bit lost. Saheli, you know what I would do is I will send you a talk that I did with Risto. Risto is probably watching us in Finland. He's an amazing master coach. And we talked about I'm feeling a bit lost and not getting a sense of purpose. And he gave some tools that were very helpful. It's free. Lots of free tools and techniques I have, guys. Please take advantage. Saheli, one of the things that feels like maybe your career is not going anywhere is maybe because you're not seeing the impact of what you do. You're doing it, but you don't know what does it lead to, right? How can you inculcate, how can you get more meaning? How can you get more purpose in your job? Can you answer that for yourself? Can you answer that for me? That would help you, I think. Power circle. Amazing. 100% Laney. I could not agree more. I could not agree more. All right. Hey, Vallabh, is it a good idea to ask for a salary hike after completing the probation period? It never hurts, Vallabh. It never hurts. You should have good reasons for asking. Like you have some proof. It's not just that you completed the probation period that you're going to get a salary hike. I wouldn't only base it on that. I would base it on how much, the achievements you have, how are they tied to the company goals? Have you added real value? Feel free to critique this for yourself. And if you say yes, because I've been there in the last 3 months or 6 months, this has happened, definitely ask. But I want you to make sure you have a business case for it. Put yourself in the shoes of your manager and your manager's manager. Do you know what I mean? Because we sometimes only tend to see it from our point of view. All right. To enter the tech sector, no idea. I have no idea, Kapil, how to answer this. But the principles of career change, whether it's from non-tech to tech or tech to non-tech, they're very similar. So if you're watching me on YouTube, which I think you are, watch a video of mine. I think it came out a week ago, and it is about changing careers in 2023. And I have a 7-step approach. Watch that. If you still have questions, come back to me next Friday. All right? All right. All right. Rosa, if you don't find it, come back and tell me. Go check because this is important, right? Because you do need a good night's sleep. What time is your interview tomorrow, Rosa? What time is your interview tomorrow? Hi, Shagufta. I want to be a cosmetic chemist. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. I don't know about pay scale, Shagufta, but I know that if you really want to do it, go and find out more about it. Talk to people who've had this title. See in your circle of friends, parents, colleagues, anybody who knows anybody. Check LinkedIn. Look in the filter and see who has this title. Ask for a conversation for 15, 20 minutes. I wouldn't ask immediately, how much does it pay? Focus on what is the job. Do you even like to do it? Because you can have an amazing job and it can pay really well, but if you don't enjoy it, what's the point? Right? So find out as much as you can in this period of time. And watch that video of mine, which is the 7-step process on career change that I was just talking about right now. I have a framework so you don't feel too lost on how you should approach it. But I'm excited for you and good luck. All right. All right. Kapil, let me come back to you. I'm going to go and see if anybody else has a question since I've answered you once already. What do you value in corporate culture? Being a predator? Ay, what kind of question is this, Dheeraj? What should be valued more in a corporate culture? Being a predator as a plagiarist or a struggler as a hard worker? Hard worker. Hard worker? Hard worker. I don't like it. I don't like this question. I don't like either or, Dheeraj. Tell me where the question is coming from. Predator, plagiarism, struggling. You know what this is giving? This is giving those vibes that work is just a job and it's just to earn money, which is in the beginning, it is. It is. That doesn't mean we can't have joy in it. Because then we create that separation where it's like, oh, I have to do it Monday to Friday. I hate my life. I come alive on Saturday, Sunday. I can't wait for the next holiday. When is the next holiday? Oh, it's in December. I can't wait. I wouldn't like any of these in any company I work in. Dheeraj, that would be my short answer. Saheli, the amazing Risto is opening up his home to you. Opening up, when I say his home, his knowledge, everything. He has tons of advice. And he's amazing. He will give it to you for free. Take advantage and also follow his hashtag Coach Risto. Risto, you're amazing. You're amazing. So lucky to have you in this network. All right. Abhishek, which sector should I join as I currently am in the education sector? I don't know, Abhishek, what do you want to do? Take advantage of that video that I'm talking about that I'm with that I did with Risto. I'm feeling a bit lost. What do you want to do? That that video also that I'm talking about career change. Watch that one. There's a lot of value in it. Lots and lots of value in it. Abhishek, that will give you some answers. I'm not going to tell you to do this or that. It's not my place. I don't know you. Nobody knows as much as you know yourself. Finally, Deb, how do you stay motivated all the time? I don't think you stay motivated all the time. I'm going to throw the question back to you. I don't think you stay motivated all the time. I want to share a story with you guys. So I read this a few days ago. Let me think if I remember it correctly. They did an experiment. I don't know when. I'm going to give you a very crappy story. It's not 100% accurate. I don't know the facts. I don't know when it happened, but there was a study conducted on the redwood trees in California, I think. You know how tall they are, right? And they did a study and they injected, I'm going to ruin this. Anybody knows what I'm talking about? They injected the trees with adrenaline or something so that they would be blooming a lot. What happened? Within a year, all those trees died. They died. Do you know why? They didn't have time to do winter. So the lesson from this was we have seasons: summer, spring, autumn, winter. We're supposed to rejuvenate. We're supposed to be quiet. And so you cannot be on adrenaline and you cannot be motivated all the time. It's not humanly possible to be motivated all the time. The thing that matters is when you're going through a bit of a slump, recognize it, be aware of it, but also look ahead. Make a path forward. Don't stay there. The stuckness is what causes problems. And don't worry if you're not motivated all the time. You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be. Hi, Stefano. How are you? I have like the best network of people. I've never even met them, and we are friends. And it's right here on LinkedIn. So this is our lovely corner of the LinkedIn universe. If you're watching me on YouTube, this is our lovely corner of the internet. So just join us every Friday. All right. I'm going to take your question, your last question for today. Last question for today. All right. I haven't had my lunch. My stomach just told me I haven't had my lunch. I'm hungry. When I was applying for a tech job after doing 10 years in non-tech, the interviewer is asking, what took you so long? And also, is the age barrier? Kapil, watch that video, that career change video that I'm talking about. Age is in your head 100%. And The recruiter is asking what took so long. I don't even understand the question. Instead of asking what took so long, it's more about what makes you look in this field. Coming from the field you are in, what makes you interested in tech? That's what probably he or she means. Forget what they said. Forget what they said. You have some good recruiters, you have okay recruiters, and you have some really bad recruiters, right? In every profession. It's not important. It's not important what he or she said. Watch that video and I give you step-by-step framework. Why do you want to do it? You need to have certain reasons. Answer in bullet points, 1, 2, 3. What gets you excited about it, right? You sound like you've done your homework. It is easier to talk about this. Hi, Tino. Have you heard of reverse recruiting? I have. Do you have a question about it? You're welcome, Kapil. Good luck. Risto is amazing. Kevin is amazing. Hi, Vivek. Thank you for being here. Thank you. You're very kind. I'm as good as the people around me. So the people around me are amazing. It just, yeah. I think I've answered all the questions. So if you're watching me, definitely make sure you sign up to my masterclass on job search and supercharging your career on the 12th of October. What is the second thing I wanted to say? Yeah, the podcast episode with Meeta Malik on inclusion was amazing. You must listen to it. Oh, yes. The third thing I wanted to say is one of the questions I get a lot of ideas for my YouTube channel from questions I get on Supercharge Fridays. One of the questions I've got again and again is on performance appraisals. So if you have a performance appraisal coming up in January and how do you prep for it? That video of mine comes out tomorrow. All right. However, if you're a member of my YouTube channel, it's €5 a month. If you're a member of the YouTube channel, you can watch it tomorrow. And if you are not, then you have to wait for a week. So it's up to you. And if you're a member of my YouTube channel, and if you're at the upper tier, which is I think €10 a month, we also do a members only live stream that is also happening next week. So I've made it as affordable as I can possibly make, €5 and €10. Take advantage. You don't like it, you can leave it. But I wanted to let you know that that's coming up. I've compiled talent pools around the world and would like to know the best way to reach out to recruiters that do reverse recruitment. I guess you'll have to reach out, like cold emails and do some homework on them. So rather than just push your solution, talk about what you do and how it can help them based on, and see if you can get a phone call with them. Good luck. Good luck with everything. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, you were successful after watching a video of mine. Tell me about yourself. Yay, amazing. Amazing. Definitely watch that if you guys are wondering what Saurabh is talking about. I have a 90-second model on how to answer tell me about yourself. It works. It works over and over. It's got hundreds of thousands of views. Congratulations, Abhishek. Saurabh. Congratulations, Saurabh. I'm happy for you. Abhishek, well done. Guys, the YouTube videos are there. It's free. It will always be free for life. So definitely take advantage. And if you need a little bit more guided help, join me next Thursday for the masterclass on 12th of October. Sign up, superchargeyourself.com/career, and I'll talk about how we can work together. This will be the last group coaching program that I will do probably for the next 3 or 4 months. I'm not going to do any more. Not enough time, unfortunately, and I'll be doing other things. So thank you for tuning in. I hope this has been helpful. And thank you for being here. Thank you for waiting. I really appreciate you. And sorry that you had to wait for me to come in. And I hope you have a lovely Friday and a lovely weekend.